Yes, people, welcome back to Footy Fans TV. I hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to take you through the potential Premier League lineups for this weekend's games. But before we get into that, I have something that I need to ask all of you. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. As we continue to grow the channel, we really appreciate your support, so thank you very much. Now, let's get straight into it. Saturday, we've got a 12:30 kickoff that sees Brighton play Manchester United at home. In goal for Brighton, you've got Ryan. In front of him, you're going to have Webster, Dunk, and White. And in the wing-back positions, March and Lamptey. As we move further up the park, you've got Alzate, Proper, and Lallana. Now, it could be that they start Malumbi instead of Proper, but let's see what happens there. Further up the field, you've got Mope and Trossard. Man United team. In goal, you've got De Gea. In the left-back position, you've got Shaw. Next to him, you're going to have Maguire. Then we think Bailly is going to start instead of Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka. Moving a little bit further up the pitch, in the midfield, you'll have Pogba and Matic. Three in front of them will be Fernandes, Rashford, Greenwood, and then Martial up top. Next game of the day is a 3 o'clock, which is Crystal Palace versus Everton. Crystal Palace team. In goal, Guetta. In the left-back position, Mitchell, Kouate, and Sakho as the centre-backs. And then in the right-back position, you've got Ward. Moving further up the pitch, in the middle of the park, the holders, you've got MacArthur and McCarthy, Schlupp on one side, Townsend on the other side. The two strikers, you've got Benteke, who's back fit, but we don't think he's going to start, so it's probably going to be Zaha and Ayew. Then we get into the Everton team. In goal, Pickford, Digne in the left back. Two centre-backs will be Mina and Keane, and then in the right-back position, you've got Coleman. Three in front of them will be Doucouré, Allen, and Gomez. And then their three up top is James, Calvert-Lewin, and Richarlison. 5:30 game sees West Brom take on Chelsea. So the West Brom team, in goal, they have John Stone. The three at the back is O'Shea, Ajayi, and Bartley. In the wing-back positions, you've got Townsend and Furlong, Sawyer and Livermore as the holders. Up top, they'll have Robinson through the middle, Dieng, and then Pereira on the other side. Important one to mention, Gibbs is out. He got red carded. If you saw the previous game, he punched James Rodriguez in the face. I know, crazy, but he's done it. So think about that if he's in any of your teams. On the other side, we have the Chelsea team. So this one's really interesting. They have signed Edouard Mendy from Rennes. We don't think Kepa's going to start, but it's also not going to be Mendy. So we've got Caballero in goal. Left back, we've got Chilwell. The centre backs, we're going with Silva and Zuma. And then in the right back position, we've got James. Moving a little bit further up, Kante and Jorginho holding it up. Kovacic in there as well. And the top three looks like Werner through the middle, Mount on one side, Havertz on the other. However, Tammy Abraham is fit, so he could well start. And then it would be either Mount or Havertz getting sacrificed so that he can get a place in the starting lineup. Last game on Saturday is the 8 o'clock. That sees Burnley face off against Southampton. Starting off with Burnley in goal. They've got Pope. In the left back position, you've got Taylor, Dunn, and then Long in the centre-back positions. In the right-back position, we think Bardsley. The one small change that we could have there, Tarkowski hasn't featured in any games, but he has resumed training, so he could replace Dunn in that starting lineup. Moving into the midfield, you've got McNeil, Westwood, Brownhill, and then Peters on the opposite side. There could be a slight change there as well. They have signed Stevens from Brighton, so he could start in that starting lineup. Up top, they've got Vidra and Wood. Vidra starting because Rodriguez picked up an injury. So again, remember that if he's in any of your teams, you're probably going to have to take him out for the near term. Then we get into the Southampton team. So McCarthy in goal. Left back, they've got Bertrand. The two centre-backs, Stevens and Bednarek. And in the right-back position, Carl Walker-Peters. Moving a little bit further up the field, in the middle of the park, you've got Romeo, Ward-Prowse. On the right, you'll have Gineppo. On the left, you'll have Armstrong. And the two up top is Ings and Adams. Important one to note here as well, Redmond is out until probably after the international break. So October the 17th, I believe, is the date. Don't quote me on that. Check the facts. Then we get on to Sunday. The 12 o'clock kickoff sees Sheffield United against Leeds United. So the Sheffield United team first off. You got Stevens and Baldock. And up top, you got Burke and McGoldrick. Leeds United team, we've got Meslier in goal. Dallas, Cooper, Koch, and Eiling. Moving up a little bit further, they've got Phillips sitting as the holder. The four in front of him is going to be Helder Costa on one side, Rodrigo, Klich, and then Harrison. And the main man up top for them, Patrick Bamford. Then we got into the 2 o'clock, which is Spurs versus Newcastle United. So the Spurs squad, Lloris in goal, Davis in the left back position, Dyer and Sanchez in the centre-back positions, and Doherty in the right-back position. Moving up a little bit further, you'll have Winks, Højbjerg, and then Ndombele. And their top three, Kane through the middle, Son on one side, Mora on the other side. Lethal. Newcastle team, they have got a few injuries. So Lewis looks like he's not going to start. St. Maximon's picked up an injury. And Clark looks like he's going to be out for a while. So in goal, they're going to start with Darlow. In the left back position, it's looking like it's going to be Yedlin. The two centre backs will be Lascelles and Fernandes. And then in the right back position, they'll have Manquillo. The holders will be Shelvey and Hayden. Just in front of them, you'll have Fraser, Hendrick and Almiron. And then Callum Wilson by himself up top. So the 4:30 game on Sunday is Manchester City versus Leicester City. So Manchester City in goal, Ederson. Left back position, you've got Mendy. You'll have Stones and Ake next to him. And then Walker in the right back position. Just a little bit in front, you're going to have Rodri and Fernandinho. Then the three across, you'll have Foden, De Bruyne and Sterling. And then Jesus by himself up top. For the Leicester City team, they got some pretty bad news. And Didi's going to be out for at least 12 weeks. He's undergoing an operation. So starting in goal, Schmeichel in the left back position, Justin. Evans has been past fit though, so that's some good news for the Leicester City fans. So Soyuncu and Evans should start at centre-back. And then in the right-back position, you've got their new signing, Castagna. Mendy will probably deputise for Ndidi as long as he's out. So then in front of him, you're going to have Barnes, Prit, Tillemans and Perez, and then Vardy up top. Last game on Sunday is the two W's, West Ham versus Wolves. So West Ham in goal, they're going to have Fabianski in the left-back position, Cresswell, then Balbuena and Ogbonna as the two centre-backs, Fredericks in the right-back position. Just in front, they'll have Suchek and Rice. Noble has been declared fit, so he's probably going to start. Fonel's on one side of him. On the other side of him, he'll have Bowen and then Antonio just in front. For Wolves, they have signed some new players. We do think one in particular is going to start. So in goal, they'll have Rui Patricio. Their back three, Bolly, Cody and Saiss. Left wing-back position, Traore. In the right wing-back position, we actually think Semedo is going to start. But if not, it will be Ruben Vinagre. Then in the middle of the park, you've got Moutinho and Neves. Their main man, Jimenez up top. Pedro Neto and Podence either side of him. And then we get into the final day of the game week. So the 5:45 kickoff sees Fulham take on Aston Villa. Getting into the Fulham squad. In goal, Areola. Just in front, you'll have Brian, Ream, Hector and Tete. In front of them, you'll have Anguissa and Reed. Then we've got Cavallero, Onoma and Kamara. And then Mitrovic up top by himself. Aston Villa will have Martinez in goal, Target in the left-back position, Konsa and Mings in the centre-back position, and then on the right they've got Cash, the three in midfield, you've got Luiz right in the middle, Hurahan on one side, McGinn on the other side. Up top, it's Watkins through the middle, Grealish on one side, Trezeguet on the other. Now, they have signed Traore. He did start in the middle of the week, so he may well replace Trezeguet. Let's see what happens there. And the final game of the game week, what a way to wrap it up. You've got Liverpool against Arsenal. This one could be a goal fest. So, the Liverpool team in goal, you've got Alisson in the left-back position, Robertson, Van Dijk, Gomez looks like he's going to start. And then in the right-back position, you've got Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, the big news for Liverpool is the skipper's not playing. Henderson's out, so it looks like Thiago could start alongside Wijnaldum and Fabinho in those midfield positions. Up top, they've got the normal three, Mane, Firmino and Salah. Getting on to the Arsenal team, in goal, Bernd Leno, probably going to play with three centre-backs, so it'll be Tierney, Gabriel and Holding. Left wing back position looks like it's going to be Saka. Right wing back position will be Bellerin. The two in the middle of the park will be Xhaka and Ceballos. And then their three up top, you'll have Lacazette through the middle, Aubameyang out wide on one side, Willian out on the other side. That concludes the predictions for the Premier League lineups for this weekend. We hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to subscribe, like and share, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace!